Welcome back to Deep Dive. Today we're looking at a true classic, but maybe digging into it a bit differently, focusing on the quiet power of empathy Harper Lee explored.
Exactly. We're talking To Kill a Mockingbird.
Such a resonant story still.
Absolutely. And our mission really is to pull out those key insights. How this fictional story from Maycomb, Alabama during the Great Depression digs so deep into racial injustice. Growing up, losing that innocence.
Yeah.
We want to get past just what happens, and look at why it still hits home today.
Okay, let's unpack this then. So, paint the picture for you. It all unfolds through the eyes of Scout John Louise Finch, right?
That's her, looking back on her childhood.
In Maycomb, Alabama. And it sounds like a very specific kind of place. Sleepy.
Oh, very sleepy, steeped in tradition, clear social lines drawn, life moves slow.
Got it. And the main players. Scout, obviously. Her older brother, Jem.
Yep. And their summer friend, Dill Harris. Big imagination on that one.
And their father, Atticus Finch, a widower, a lawyer.
Respected. Raising them with this quiet strength, this real moral compass.
And right from the start, there's this mystery next door, isn't there? Boo Radley.
Ah, Boo Radley, yeah. The recluse. No one's seen him outside for years. The town whispers, tells stories.
And the kids are fascinated.
Totally. They have these little rituals, almost, trying to get him to come out. It's pure childhood curiosity, mixed with those spooky town rumors.
It's like their first lesson in trying to figure out the world, right? Trying to understand something hidden.
Exactly. And what's so interesting is how that childhood world, the games, the gossip about Boo, suddenly smashes right into the really harsh stuff, the adult world.
And that happens when Atticus takes on that case.
That's the turning point.
Yeah.
The case that changes everything for them, for how they see Maycomb.
Right. And we should be clear, this isn't just any case. Atticus agrees to defend Tom Robinson,
A black man.
falsely accused of raping Mayella Ewell, a white woman.
And this is the 1930s Deep South.
So white lawyer defending a black man on that charge, that was just not done.
Pretty much unheard of. It immediately tells you so much about Atticus.
What does it signal right away?
Well, it signals his core, his deep sense of justice. He knows it's going to be incredibly tough. He knows the town will turn on him, on his kids.
Yeah.
But his belief in what's right, that overrides everything. He believes Tom is innocent. So for Atticus, it's not just his job, it's a moral necessity, a quiet kind of courage, really.
Yeah.
Sets him completely apart.
And the town reacts, well, predictably.
Predictably and terribly. The prejudice boils right to the surface. They turn on Atticus and Scout and Jem. They start hearing it at school, on the street, insults, taunts.
Must have been incredibly isolating for them.
Oh, definitely. And this is where you see that shift. It stops being about childhood games, Boo Radley, and becomes this brutal lesson in how unfair society can be. The trial itself is. Well, that's the flashpoint.
Especially for Jem, right? He really believed.
He really holds on to that belief in fairness, in justice. The trial just shatters that.
So let's walk through that trial a bit. Because Atticus, he puts on a master class, doesn't he?
He really does. The evidence he presents for Tom's innocence is overwhelming.
Like the detail about Tom's left arm. Crippled, useless.
Exactly. Making Mayella's story physically impossible. He carefully takes apart the prosecution's case. We hear from Mayella, from her father, Bob Ewell.
And you're listening or reading and thinking, there's no way they can find him guilty.
Absolutely no way based on facts. Tom Robinson's own testimony is believable, it's dignified. He explains how Mayella, lonely and perhaps desperate, made advances on him.
And her father caught them.
Yes. Atticus lays bare the Ewell's poverty, their ignorance, their racism. It's all out there.
But
the jury, all white.
they come back with a guilty verdict.
They do, despite everything.
That moment must have been crushing. For Jem, you said.
Utterly crushing.
Yeah.
His whole idea of Maycomb, of how things are supposed to work, just collapses. It's the loss of innocence in real time.
What does that verdict really signify, beyond just the courtroom?
It signifies the harsh truth about racial injustice, how deep it ran. It's Maycomb's profound moral failure right there. It shows how prejudice, that deep-seated bias, can just completely blind people to the plain truth.
Yeah.
Tom's conviction isn't about evidence, it's about race. It highlights how destructive that racism was, how it overrode basic decency, basic logic.
And the tragedy doesn't even end there. What happens to Tom after the trial?
It gets worse. Tom tries to escape from prison. He's shot and killed.
Just awful. Presented almost like it was bound to happen, given the injustice.
It really underscores the hopelessness of his situation. Even if he'd somehow been acquitted later, the system was stacked against him. His death feels like the inevitable result of that initial profound injustice, a terrible reminder of prejudice's ultimate cost.
And the man who started it all, Bob Ewell. He doesn't just go away.
No, he's furious.
Yeah.
Humiliated by Atticus showing him up in court. He wants revenge.
He confronts Atticus.
Spits on him.
Yeah.
Caresses Tom's widow, Helen.
Yeah.
And then things escalate dramatically.
On Halloween night.
Mm-hmm. Scout and Jem are walking home from a school pageant. It's dark. And Ewell attacks them.
Terrifying. And this is where that other thread, the Boo Radley mystery, comes back in.
Comes full circle
Yeah.
in the most unexpected way. In the middle of that attack, in the dark, someone intervenes. Someone saves the children.
It's Boo.
It's Boo Radley, Arthur Radley. The recluse, the subject of all their childhood fears and games. He comes out of his house, fights off Ewell, and carries the injured Jem back home. Make sure Scout is safe.
It completely flips everything they thought, everything the town thought about him.
Completely. He's not a monster at all.
Yeah.
He's this gentle, protective figure who's clearly been watching over them, quietly.
And then the sheriff, Hecate, arrives. What he does next is also really significant.
Hugely significant. He figures out pretty quickly what actually happened, that Boo killed Ewell defending the kids.
But he doesn't report it that way.
No. He makes a decision. He says Bob Ewell fell on his own knife.
Oh.
A compassionate lie, you could call it. He explicitly says bringing Boo Radley into the spotlight, making him a hero publicly, would be like shooting a mockingbird.
Ah, the title.
Exactly. Boo is innocent, harmless. He only did good. Dragging him into the town's scrutiny would destroy him. So Tate protects him.
It's a really complex moral moment, choosing mercy over the letter of the law.
It is. It shows that justice isn't always black and white, isn't always just about legal procedures. Sometimes it's about understanding the situation, the person, and protecting the vulnerable. A higher kind of morality, perhaps. So if we zoom out, connect all these threads, what To Kill a Mockingbird really gives us is Scout's journey, her growing understanding of people, of justice, good, evil, all the complexities.
Yeah, it's quite a transformation.
It really is. And the novel stands as this powerful statement about, well, moral courage, like Atticus shows, compassion, and just standing up for what's right, even when it's incredibly hard, or acting with that quiet heroism like Boo.
That's a great way to put it.
And it redefines bravery, too, doesn't it? It's not about being tough physically. It's about holding on to your convictions. It's about empathy, extending that understanding to everyone, no matter who they are. Atticus in court, Boo in the shadows.
Yeah.
They both show that kind of bravery.
That definition feels really important. So thinking about what this means for you, the listener, I keep coming back to that final scene. Scout on Boo Radley's porch.
Powerful moment.
She's literally standing in his shoes, looking out at the town from his perspective. And she finally sees him, not the ghoul from the stories, but this kind person who protected them.
Yeah.
And she understands what Atticus meant all along about walking around in someone else's skin. It's like, yes, she's lost that childhood innocence, but what she's gained is huge. This deep empathy, this wisdom.
It perfectly encapsulates that growth, and perhaps it leaves us with a question to think about. Well, it raises this important question for you. How does really trying to understand someone else's hidden struggles, their private motivations, how does that allow us to find empathy, even when maybe our first impression is clouded by rumors or, prejudice?
That's a really powerful thought to reflect on. We hope this deep dive has maybe shed some new light on To Kill a Mockingbird for you, on that enduring strength of empathy and courage packed into this incredible story.